Marcal Paper plant in Elmwood Park catching fire this afternoon again. That's the same plant that was destroyed in a massive fire back in 2019. Fortunately, this one was contained and the flames put out without causing major damage or injuries. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating outside the plant with more on where and how it started. Chris?
Eric, good evening. The police chief here in Elmwood Park is telling me that this fire started within a conveyor belt that was moving paper this afternoon here at this paper plant. We can tell you that he says that belt was located within a processing plant located in a basement at this complex. That basement processing plant is mainly concrete and steel and is tucked away within the other buildings that make up this industrial complex here in Elmwood Park. Fully aware of the history of fire at this plant, there was a large response of firefighters and first aid squads when the call for help came in at 12:30.
The issue was it was hard to get to, not necessarily the size of the fire. It was in a basement under a conveyor belt, and there was some machinery and stuff in the way for our firefighters to get to.
Because it is so hot out today, there was a serious concern for the firefighters on scene, many of whom became dehydrated. Crews were rotated so that there were no serious injuries. It was back on January 30th of 2019 that you may recall a massive fire started at this Marcal Paper plant. 30 of the 36 buildings that stood on this property were destroyed. It was cold and extremely windy, wind which fueled the fire and kept it going for hours.
It was the coldest, windiest day of the year, and it just felt wrong, and it just took off from there, mainly due to the elements.
Back on January 30th of 2019, I was also here reporting that night for several hours, and what I remember about that evening is the bitter cold and that extreme wind, as the chief had mentioned. Because of that wind, we had very large embers falling on top of us, and they were also sending the embers several blocks away where they were falling on the roofs of homes where people were sleeping, and inside they had no idea what was going on. Because of that wind, well, all the flames were fueled, and the flames laid waste to virtually everything in its path on this property. Today, it was a much different situation here at the Marcal plant. This fire was contained to one specific area, and it was under control within a very short amount of time when you consider everything that goes on at these paper plants. Finally, the police chief tells us that one big reason they got this under control so quickly is because Marcal does have their very own fire brigade. They were on the scene quickly to douse the flames with water as soon as they could. That's the very latest. In Elmwood Park, I'm Chris Keating, News 12 New Jersey.
All right, Chris, thanks a lot.